second foolish act of the state of Georgia. We have filed a suit, the Action for Justice in Georgia, against the Governor Nathan Deal, and the cities of Sandy Springs, the cities of Johns Creek, Milton, Chattahoochee Hill, and Dunwoody. And we filed this suit. The suit is Lowry versus Neal. That's Dr. Joseph Lowry versus Neal. And you can look it up on our website, actionforjustice.org. And we have all of the legal documents on the website. So go to our website and look up the suit. And they've talked about some of the economic issues, and those things are important. But there's also an issue here of how they are denying people their rights. And they're denying African Americans who live in those cities their voting rights. We're filing the suit under the 14th and 15th Amendment under the Voting Rights Act, Section 2 and Section 5. And that means that you cannot change a voting district and diminish the voting power of people in that district. And that's just what they're doing, and that's just what our suit is claiming. And when Ashford Dunwoody does it, we're going to file a suit against them. We are not going to stand for this. We know that this is illegal. We've been up to the Justice Department, Voting Rights Act, Voting Rights Section. They've been down here. We've had hearings, and these are enclaves that are really illegal cities. And then there's shell cities, not real cities. We all know that. They're going to contract back the services that, first thing they're going to pay DeKalb County, 911, emergency services, sewer and water, schools, and then they're going to contract back their administrative services. You go up to Sandy Springs, they don't even have desks. They don't even have, they're shell cities. And the reason why they want to be shell cities is because there's a race issue that we have to address here. They do not want to be controlled by a minority-ran county. That's the bottom line. And so this is a act, and it's happening in different places. Georgia is being studied. Our suit, according to our lead attorney, is being looked at by 6 law schools around the country. This is an action that they know. This suit's going to go to the Supreme Court. We're convinced. Because we don't feel as if we're going to get the right ruling in the 11th Circuit, and we're going to go to the Supreme Court. The judge on this suit, Judge Timothy Batten, we asked him, our lawyers filed a motion against him to recuse himself because he lived in Sandy Springs. His mother is buried in Sandy Springs Cemetery. And so we said, how can you have an unbiased decision if you have those kind of ties to the city? So we understand this is a battle, folks. And this is a battle that has to do with constitutional rights. It has a battle to do with statutory rights. And Brookheaven is following the same pattern that they did, and we're going to follow the same pattern also. Let me say this. First thing, go to our website, actionforjustice.org, and also go to signon.org. Signon.org. I put together a petition to send to the senators on the State and Local Government Operations Committee. Those are the ones who, the Senate bill, the House bill is HB 636. HB 636. That's the one to create the city of Ashford, okay, or Brookhaven, whatever it is. And the HB 636 and signon.org, I created a petition that we can send to all of the senators, because now it's in the Senate side of the General Assembly, and it's in the House, in the Senate, State and Local Government Operations Committee. And I have a petition. If you go to signon.org, and we're going to flood that place with petitions. We're going to let them know that we aren't satisfied. And you can sign a petition, and it'll go to each and every member of that committee. So go there, sign on, and make sure that you participate. Because, as everyone's saying, a few people here tonight, but there's a lot of opposition to this. And it has some legal ramifications. Finally, I teach politics. Okay, so obviously state, local government, national government, we teach. One of my students back there, Jahid, and his son, he's working with us. We got a group of students. We have a course that is dedicated to this particular issue. We have students who are doing research. So if you want to get in touch with us, if you want to know some more statistics, people are asking us about statistics. We're doing that kind of research, and you can get in touch with us. You can go to actionforjustice.org or call Morehouse and just ask for Dr. Crockett, and they'll put you into my office. Thank you so much for coming out. And thank you so much. Oh, maybe June, I guess he's telling me to do something.
Yeah. Just state your name. I'm going to pause this and cut it back in.
Okay. My name is Hasan Crockett. I'm an associate professor of political science at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much for coming out, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Can you ask one question? Question two? Question two. So, House bill is currently in the Senate, or has it passed through the Senate?
It is in the Senate. It has been assigned to the Senate Government, State and Local Government Operations, call it SLOGO, State and Local Government Operations Committee. Okay. I can't think of the name of
Butch Miller.
Miller? Yes.
Butch Miller
Butch Miller
is
is the chair. Now, we have two persons on there from the Georgia Legislative Black Caucus, which was mentioned earlier. That's Senator Donzella James and Senator Horizontal Tate. And we're going to have them, I'm going to give you some strategy. We're going to have, when the bill is up before the committee, and you have to keep watch it daily, and we're going to have them ask questions at that hearing or during the committee that we call perfect the record, because we're going to have a court stenographer there taking the answers, and that's going to be the basis for the legal action. See, because when the Justice Department looks at this, they want to know certain things. They want to know racial intent. They want to know, see what they did. Let me tell you what they did with Sandy Springs and the other cities. They have, for 150 years, had local delegation vote on the creation of a city. That's for 150 years. In 2005, when the Republicans took over the General Assembly, and Perdue came in and took over the executive branch, they changed those rules. Now everybody in the state of Georgia are going to vote on the city. They're going to vote on in the General Assembly, they're going to vote on the Ashford or Brookheaven, whatever they call it. They're going to vote on that. And they changed that rule. It was a rule that local delegation only voted on the incorporation of a city. And they changed that. And you see, the mayor of Sandy Springs, Eva, what's her last name? Colombo, yes. She has been trying since the 1970s to create the city of Sandy Springs. She had a perennial bill that she put in every year. And it wasn't until 2005 that they came to fruition. And because they changed the rules, because they leapfrogged the black delegation, and because, see, let me say this. There was the natural growth and the natural development in Fulton County and DeKalb County that blacks became commissioners. And that's because people over 20, 30 years, the county changed, the population changed, and therefore you got people elected, black folks, and they became commissioners. So you have a mixed board and a majority black. That's the natural progression. People moving, demographics, and etc. What they're trying to do is create an artificial city to combat that natural progression of blacks being the political heads in these counties. And so all of these nuances are very much a part of this whole suit. Like I said, our suit is there. Go to the website. You can read all the documents. Everything is there. Please sign the petition so you can send it to the senators and let them know that we have a voice on this. Thank you so much for your time.